Check, check, you guys. Hi. Hi, everyone. This is your Hamster Girl, and welcome to one of the most historic Twitter spaces ever. You guys, we have Ton today joining us to talk about different things, well, all things web crypto, and obviously Ton and Hamster Kombat. This is insane. I'm so excited to have you all listen to us. So, first of all, thank you so much for joining. Second, please, please, please give it up for this space. Show us some love with emojis. Let us know that you guys are listening, that you're tuning in, and of course, you know the rules of the game. Thank you. I see your emojis, guys. Thank you. Love, love, love. Well, we're going to talk today, as I mentioned, with Ton about different things. They are already co hosts. So, in a second, I'll invite them to join me and talk to you guys and say hi. But before I do, please don't forget to drop your questions in the comment section, right? If you have any questions, suggestions, or just want to say hi, please leave your comments in the section below this space. Okay, you guys are ready? Drum roll. So, well, let me just make it a little bit of a drum roll. Ton, you guys, Viktor, Ryan, hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, you guys. Excited to have you here.
Hey, GM Hamster Kombat. It's a big pleasure being here today, and thank you for hosting this incredible space. I see that there is enormous amount of requests, guys. We gotta try to moderate the panel a little bit. So one thing I will say, make sure you retweet the room in the bottom right corner and leave your questions there. Another thing, I'm gonna put the official announcement of this space also at the top. Engage with it, share it with your friends. It's a recorded MAS, so everyone can listen back to it. And yeah, let's get started. I'm very excited to be here today. My name is Viktor. I'm an Orange PFP guy. I'm working as a content manager in Ton Foundation. We also have Ryan. I think he's going to join us on stage just in a minute. I sent him an invite to come as a speaker, and he's my dear colleague working also in Ton Foundation. With that said, Hamster Girl, it's a big pleasure to connect. It's a big pleasure to be here and excited for all the discussion that is going to be happening today. But how are you feeling, first of all? How is your day going?
Well, first of all, thank you, for asking. Our day is going really well, you guys. The numbers are staggering. I'm actually amazed by how many people are, tuning in. First of all, listening to the space. Second of all, following our YouTube and Twitter and Telegram. This is just insane. It's insane. We're making history as we go, right? So just for example, right, we already have 78 million users playing the game. 78 million CEOs, hamster CEOs. This is insane. Insanity. And so we're overwhelmed by the love and by the support that we're getting from the community. So yeah, this is just Victor. You mentioned that you're the orange PFP guy, right? And by the way, Victor claims that he has had this PFP long before ordinals. Is that correct? Is this true? Can we verify that?
Yes, this is true. This PFP exists for like 2.5 years at this point. It's been drawn as a one-on-one piece of art by one of my favorite artists, Anastasia, and sent as NFT to me on Ethereum blockchain. And ever since, I keep it in my wallet in my ledger. And the thing is, it's been a long time before the ordinals were even invented. So yes, the orange PFP guy comes before ordinals did. It's pretty hilarious, and yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'm gonna have to believe you on this one. Oh, Ryan is already here. Is Ryan is with us. Hello, hi. What is going on? How's your day going, Ryan? Could you just
This is the
talk
best
to
day
us a
ever.
little bit? Hi.
Yeah, yeah. This is the best day ever. I mean, I'm just so happy to be here. This is probably going to go down as the greatest Twitter space, X space that's ever been had. And if you agree, give me a 100 in the chat. Everybody, pop those 100s. Let me see those emojis. If I don't see your emoji, I'm kicking you out of the room. Just kidding. I'm not a bouncer. I'm a friend. I want to put crypto in every pocket. That means you. Let's put some crypto in your pocket today. Some hamsters coming together today. I've already been indoctrinated. I'm a CEO. I'm running an exchange, and it's going extremely well. So this is the best day of my life. I woke up and I got to speak about blockchain with fine people like yourself. So let's do it.
Let's freaking do it. And just to kind of follow up, right? You said I'm not a bouncer. I'm a friend. I'm just joking. But with such a serious voice that I'm scared. So you know how to do this. I'm scared, you guys. Do not make Ryan angry. That's what I'm getting from this. Okay, so let's start off this. Well, amazing, I'd say historical Twitter space in a way, because, great projects such as ourselves, may I put this hopefully correct, right? And as Ton. So I heard you guys have, you guys have some questions. Is that correct? Would you like to kind of speed this up and just go with it?
We do, and we have quite a lot of them actually. We prepared a whole list for you. And by the way, speaking of that, guys, feel free to share your questions as well at the post at the top. We're going to circle back to it by the end of the space and pick up a few to answer. And then for everyone that is new to the way we host spaces, we try to make it as educational as possible and meanwhile entertaining for people. So it's a natural discussion. Feel free to share that with friends, invite them in as well. And yeah, let's start with a simple. So the hamster girl. Would you mind introduce yourself firstly, and what do you do in the Hamster Combat? First of all, like what is your role? How did you get to be a part of the team? And then after that, we're going to transition into what is Hamster Combat.
Wait, what do you mean what I'm doing? I'm talking to you guys. I'm chilling. I'm having fun. I'm making jokes all around different chats. That's what I do. No, but to be honest, I do just work with every bit of details here and there, and helping with content, and yeah, doing Twitter spaces. So yeah, my background is huge in crypto. I've been here since 2017. So I've been around. I've seen things, you know what I'm saying? I've seen things happening. Yeah, and just to kind of maybe jump a little bit to your question in the future, as the entirety of the team behind Hamster Combat, they have just tremendous experience both in Web3 and gaming. So it's kind of insane to work with, such geniuses, if I may put this correctly. Hopefully, this is getting me some points. Calling the rest of the team geniuses. Hopefully, it is. Hopefully, it is. But yeah, again, I worked with the community content, media. Oh my god, so many things in crypto. I've seen things like Big Connect. Do you guys remember what it is? So yeah, just from very very old school Bitcoin maxis to today, where it might be a little bit, the crypto community might be a little bit toxic at times, but mostly it's just amazing. The collaborations are just insane, and the amount of creativity here is staggering, I'd say. Hopefully that answers your question. Does it?
Absolutely, and it's a big pleasure to have you here with us today, and it's incredible. So we're going to refer to you as a hamster girl today, for everyone
Please.
to also be aware. Yeah, hell yeah, let's do that. And now, would you mind sharing a little bit what is the Hamster Combat, guys? Like in the first place, like what is it? Because I know there's a lot of people that are already aware and already playing the game and already a part of a community. But for everyone that is completely new, like what do you do in the first place? A little TLDR for them.
What do I do first thing? Well, I just pour some cup of coffee. Okay, just kidding. That is a great question. Thank you so much for asking that, because this is very important for us to clear this out. Right? We're not a clicker game. Okay, you guys, we're not. We're not a meme token. That's important, and it upsets us hamsters a little bit when people refer to that as such. It is not true. We are a crypto exchange simulator game with just a little bit of a touch of clicker. Mechanism and system. That's who we are. And this is very important. You know what I mean? Could you guys please stop calling us the clicker game? We're not. We're much more than that. But yeah, just for you guys to remember, it is a game in the first place. You're not just clicking right here. You're using some cards, you upgrading your level, and you complete different tasks, and it's all about kind of community and collaboration. That's what's important. It's not a competitive game. This is also important to remember, because the overall mission and goal behind the project is to unite people. And actually, this is our slogan in a way. We use this phrase from now, here, and there, just like hamsters unite, or united hamster families. So this is what we like to people. We would like people to remember us for. It's not a competition. It's a community. It's very important. Yes, there, I said it. Hopefully I'm getting points for for saying what it is. Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
No, it is pretty cool, but I think there's a lot more that you guys doing. I also wanted to actually ask Ryan to elaborate from his point of view. What do you think the hamster combat is and the short TLDR? And then I will share a couple thoughts of my own as well.
Yeah, I want to give an unbiased opinion, right? Because Hamster Girl is going to say everything that's positive about Hamster Combat. I'm going to bring the negative. I'm just kidding. There's really
Ooh.
nothing negative, okay? It's a fun,
Okay. Bring
engaging
it on.
simulation game. Anybody that's played like those sports games like FIFA or NBA 2K or anything like that, and you get to actually pretend that you have your own franchise. This is your opportunity to do the Web3 crypto version. And that's what's got me so hyped, because I've always wanted to own an exchange, but I knew that if I started one, I wasn't smart enough or technical enough to do it, right? So that's why I work in marketing and PR, and I have people like Viktor to help me out even with that. So with this exchange, I can live out my dreams, right? Because you can open up a chat on Telegram and start playing. This is the fastest way, the easiest way to get into Web3 in the world. It's Telegram games. You download Telegram and you have this whole world of mini apps, but Hamster Kombat is one of the most, I would say, best exemplifications, best examples of what an exchange could be for somebody who has no idea what it's like, but the hamster version, right? So I think your goal is to exchange, build your exchange to kind of new heights. You know, you can tap the golden coin, you can earn in-game tokens, you can buy upgrades for your exchange. I think what's really made it gain popularity is just how fun it is to have funds, right? To have this excess capital, if you will, and make your own decisions. You really do feel like a CEO, and you're making these new this exchange the best thing it could possibly be. And I've seen that as you tap and you earn coins, you can also purchase boosts, you can mine, you can get cards, you can increase your stats. And it's just exciting to see all the free daily boosters you can have. So I've played a lot of clicker games. I played a lot of mini apps. I've gotten some NFTs, but I'd never seen one where I could set up my own KYC processes or go on the Joe Rogan podcast. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. So I feel like I'm living the dream here. It's a little bit of paradise for anybody that's looking for a new way to game and also just feel cozy, you know, being a boss at the same time. So it's incredible to see this built on Ton. I can't wait to see what Hamster Kombat does with that. So I think we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute.
Ryan, you started being so serious, and like I was just gonna defend myself and us, but then it kind of got so good. Thank you so much. You're still a scary guy though. Like, you have such a serious voice, so I'm afraid of you, Ryan. This is literally the most terrified I've ever been, and I've interviewed presidents of countries, so that's how serious it is. Okay, yeah. So thank you so much for that, Ryan. And Victor, I actually have a follow up, if you don't mind. How did you first heard of Hamster Kombat, right? Are you playing? That's what's important. First, how did you?
Yes,
Okay.
I am playing. I'm farming a lot of invites. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's actually a lot of fun. And how I came across it's I am a person that actually give a try to a lot of mini apps in Ton ecosystem, and many people doesn't know, but I've tried more than like 20 different applications at this point myself. And then Hamster Combat being one that the community been talking a lot on the timeline. So I was okay, let me give it a try. And then I went in, I saw that, okay, so there is some clicker mechanics, but there is a lot more to it. And I've seen that you have those cards that are like featuring and helping you to produce like hourly coins. And I thought it's actually fun. And then I discovered that you got to have some certain level of the cards to be able to unlock other cards. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. And they actually speak to me. And, I'm not sure I'm supposed to do that necessarily, but it's like, there's certain cards, the ones for the KOLs, for example, or influencers, and I pump it the hardest because I'm genuinely loving influencers. I'm one of them originally, and it's just turned out to be the case. And then exploring that, it's been pretty interesting, like building the story of your own. And going into the future, I actually wanted to ask you about those cards. Is there anything else besides those tokens that you basically producing on the hourly basis that is going to be in the future potentially? Because I mean, there is the whole set of them, and it's like you could, level up CEO, you could level up your IT team, etc., which is pretty entertaining. I found it's very unique, and I haven't seen any other mini app do that up to this point. And yeah, it's a fun game. I actually collecting invites. Have a link shared somewhere. I may, guys, just browse for my page if you're looking for invite. Use mine, please. I would appreciate it. But yeah, it's an awesome game. It's very entertaining, and then the clicker mechanics are very similar to many others we've seen. But then the platform offers many other things on sides. So would you mind sharing with us a little bit more about those cards? Because I find it very fascinating.
Okay, so cards. These are cards that you use in the game. Well, the thing is that there are obviously some constant cards where you can upgrade your profile, right? And you can get more points that you can then mine and use inside the game, right? But there are also cards that are specifically tailored for an event. For instance, last week there was Consensus. right, going on in Texas. So we created a card specifically designed for that event inside the game, where you can upgrade according to what's going on in the world. So these cards they're not just like for the game; they are also a part of the entire vision behind the game, right? Because it is generated through different content, and in order to upgrade your profile and to get a little bit more points, there are different tasks that you have to carry out, like subscribe to YouTube channel, follow on Twitter, and different things. But and then so we're kind of redirecting you to different channels of Hamster Kombat, where you will be entertained and educated on two things. First of all, on what's going on in the world of Web3 and crypto. And second of all, on what's going on just in general with news in the crypto space. Because the entire idea, as I mentioned, right, is to create this huge community, which we, by the way, already have created, but we're not going to stop there. And to create this community of people who are aware of what's going on in the industry. They will listen to our spaces, which is a must. It's going to be a must, you guys. And then, watch different videos that we produce, and then kind of become financially literate, both in the financial sense of the world and then the crypto world, right? And then when they go through different types of content every single day that is highly educational, or as we call it, both educational and entertaining, right? And they kind of become a little bit more aware of what's going on, and they can make better financial decisions. So that's the overall idea, right? Just to kind of create through those cards, incentivize people to follow different channels and learn more, and then unite together. Because it's also important to invite your friends, not for the referral system just per se, but because some of the tasks you cannot um complete alone, and that's what's important. Also, there's going to be a little bit more mechanics that are going to be added as we go in the next couple of days and weeks and months, but I can't tell you what it is yet. You have to follow our social media, Twitter, Telegram, YouTube, right, to kind of understand. But overall, it's the game of economics, right? It's a strategy game that makes you learn, first of all, learn how to become a manager, in this case a CEO of a crypto exchange. Learn by doing, learn by making mistakes, and not only just like venting out on Twitter. It's just to kind of use your time better in this sense. Yeah, hopefully that answers that. It is important actually to keep up with the updates, because a lot more mechanics are going to be announced soon.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah, this is actually. Oh, go on.
I was just going to say, the sort of delayed gratification is what's really interesting. Is that the success that I've had on the app so far is by getting cards, but you don't really want to buy the cards at first, because you know that it's sort of like a long-term investment. You really just want to kind of upgrade your clicker. But what I've seen is by waiting and building on my passive income here in the application, that my hamster is becoming more powerful faster that way. So I really do love the economics and almost financial literacy you're kind of building out here. It's really creative.
Thank you so much, because the main idea behind all of that is to create, as I mentioned, right? It's just the mission that we're building on, and I think it's important to communicate that to everybody who's listening. It's not about the competition; it's about the community, what we can do together, and how we can grow. So all of other content that is coming, other incentives that are coming in the game, they're all created with one goal, and one goal only, is to create a financially literal community that makes wise decisions and that collaborates and kind of just have fun. In the end of the day, it's important to have fun, you guys. So yeah, Ryan, I would agree with you. Thank you, Ryan, for saying that. Hopefully that answers your question. Hopefully.
Yes, it does. And I actually, got a few more questions to ask based on that. But first of all, you've mentioned that you already built quite a big community. And the last report that I've seen from your side was that you've got nearly 60 million people that actually participate in playing the game. Could you share with us a little bit of updated numbers in terms of your community side and total participants in the game? And how big is your channel inside of Telegram? Because I think for people, it's important to understand that in numbers and put that in perspective too.
Well, I would love to. Thank you so much. This is such an amazing question, you guys. Okay. So we already have, as I mentioned before, 78 million users in the game. It's even a little bit overwhelming to pronounce. 78 million playing the game. It's insane. So yeah, the Hamster CEO, all of 78 millions out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Active players each day. Today, this number stands at 31 million. 31 million of active users, active players a day. Users that are played simultaneously online, the number that we saw yesterday and recorded, it's already over 6.5 million players online simultaneously. This is insane, you guys. Telegram channel now has more than 24 million followers. It is the biggest Telegram community ever. And that's a fact, you guys. The YouTube channel that we have is now followed by 13.5 million subscribers. And Twitter has over 4,800,000 followers. This number is, again, staggering and shocking in a good way. And it's insane. I'm actually very nervous just to pronounce it. Can you believe that it's just the amount of love and responsibility, obviously, that we're getting every day is just, whew. Oh my God. Okay, now you say things, Victor.
Yeah, how do you know what to do with all of these subscribers and followers? I mean, surely you're going to want to create some great content, but how do you keep everybody's attention, keep them engaged?
At this point, it is content. Obviously, there's no going around this. This is content. Well, obviously, outside the game itself is pretty. I don't want to say addictive, but I really do want to say it's pretty fun.
It is addictive.
Yeah, but addictive has sometimes a negative thing to it, right? So it is addictive in a good sense. That's what it is. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you for assuring me. Yeah, so it is addictive and it's fun, and you invite friends and you compete. Sorry, not compete. You complete tasks with each other and you grow, right? So honestly, I always wanted to become a CEO of a crypto exchange. So that's why it is very interesting for me to make those decisions and to realize well, am I good at compliance? Of course not, right? But yeah, just like, can I be good at compliance? How can I become better with business development in this game? And just potentially realizing all of these things for my own business. But to your point, what do we do is, again, we plan to incentivize people to learn more, both about just the financial world as it is and what's going on there, and obviously more up to the point about the Web3 and the crypto world, because again, there are a lot of things going on in this industry. Now we have a huge responsibility with this amount of people following our game, and so the best that we can do and we can offer is to educate and entertain them and make sure that they are getting the right information at the right time and make wise decisions. Well, both financially and in life.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's quite important. I agree with you. Ryan, please go on.
Yeah, I think it's amazing, and I love that you guys accept the challenge. I have another burning question. I have a million questions, but Victor, I told Victor I was going to have this conversation we're going to stick to the script and stick to the questions, but I'm just going to go off script here. Why hamsters?
I told you, bro, it's better to create the
Yeah,
genuine discussion. I was right on
just
that, you see, but please go on.
you orange PFP'd me, Victor. Why hamsters? Okay, I need to know it. Is it the cuteness? Is it the intelligence? Is it the why not guinea pigs or any other kind of amazing animal or person?
Why hamsters? Thank you so much for asking that. There is a story there, a little bit, and a little bit of a vision to it. So hamsters is what people sometimes call traders that do not have a lot of holdings, right? Some of them that are, well, in a way, retail traders, if you will, that can ask their mama about advice on what to invest to. So it did have a little bit of a negative connotation in the past. The hamsters just is like little little holdings kind of people and investors that are not entirely sure of what they're doing. But the fact of the matter is that we're proving now that hamsters are the new whales, you guys. That's what it is. So hamsters is not just people who are not sure about what to invest to. There are so many people, us hamsters, that are ready to learn, ready to try their hands with the Web3 space, and that's what it is. It's our mission, if you will. Hamsters are the new whales, and because whales will usually they tend to be institutional investors and people with huge holdings that just by one movement can make markets plummet or skyrocket, right? It is not entirely fair just for people, for the little group of people to have such a huge influence on markets that we are also a part of. So that's unfair. And we're trying to prove that hamsters is not something negative. It's just a huge amount of people that are uh, impressive, that are collaborative, and that they do have power. So that's what it is.
Hamsters are the new whales. Okay.
Yes, hamsters are the new whales. Yes. Show us some love, you guys, in the chat. Show us some love. Hamsters are the new whales. Do you guys agree?
If you agree, we're looking. I know Victor's always shouting this out, but we're looking to get people's questions and responses. I see how many people are in this space right now. There should be that many comments.
Almost 3,000 people.
Yeah, we should have
Almost
3,000.
3,000.
We need 3,000 comments. So you make a comment, you're going to be in line to get your question answered or comment respected. But if you have nothing to say, just say hamsters are the new whales, and we'll give you a shout out. Maybe throw you a few followers. All right.
Woo woo, you guys! Hamsters are the new whales. Yes, I want to see some content around this. Maybe just you guys, let's hop on a song and create an anthem in a way. Hamsters are the new whales. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's spread the word.
I'll make some beats today. No problem.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to you on this one.
Hell yeah. And for everyone that is wondering where to leave your questions, the latest pin post at the top, literally there. Just share daily, share there all your questions, all your thoughts, and make sure you retweet the room as well, because we've got nearly 3,000 people in here, and it is absolutely incredible to see. With that said, look, we've got a lot of questions about the hamsters, and then the mini app, and how to play the mini app, and maybe some suggestions that you would give to the people in the audience that are already playing the game, how they could, benefit the most. What are some tricks that they could use, or tips that they should know in terms of, making the best out of their in-game experience?
Well, as I mentioned before, right? First of all, it's important to follow the game and see what's trending today, because some of the news might become, might become the next idea for what to do next in the game, and some of the cards that actually can be anticipated. This is the first thing. The second thing, I think it's very important. Again, as I mentioned before, I'm not repeating myself, but it's just also important to mention here, right? So by inviting your friends, you create your own community inside the game. And so you make better decisions, and you can become a very high level CEOs or masters, even, if you will, right? Also, it's very important to follow and complete day combos, right? It is important because it upgrades your profile, and kind of you spend time wondering what's going on, seeing how other players are doing and what kind of decisions they're making. And yeah, updates all over the the game and the social media that we have. It is also kind of, well, basically spend time, obviously play the game, follow updates. I mean, it is as simple as that. There is no hidden agenda behind this, but there are hidden gems, you guys, right? By hidden gems, these are the things or little clues and hints that we're dropping now, here and there, both in the game and also on our videos, during our videos on YouTube. So that's very important. There are different hints that you can look at, different clues that may help you understand what kind of decision could be better for your profile next. So this is a very important tip. Just look for the clues, what we call hidden gems, in our YouTube videos.
And something you touched on there was just your friends, creating your own community within the game. And that's incredible and very easy to do on an application like Telegram, right? Which is naturally social. So at Sun Foundation, we're 100% focused on getting crypto in every pocket, and we want to make crypto as easy as texting. And I feel like just texting your link and your referral link to a new game in the same application like Telegram is so easy that it's easy to get your friends hooked on the game. So maybe it's not great if none of your friends are focused on what they should be doing otherwise, but it does create this community. But that referral process, right? That referral mechanism is kind of what has made so many mini apps on Telegram so successful, like Notcoin, right? Did you guys get your referral inspiration or some of your ideas from other projects like Notcoin that kind of laid the groundwork?
Hmm. Well, to be fair, Notcoin inspired a lot. in a sense how we approach things, for sure. But I think that it's a pretty easy to see for everybody that the referral system on Telegram is efficient itself. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty easy just to kind of follow the link, join, enjoy the benefits, right? So that's what it is. Yeah, Notcoin definitely showed us how it's possible, right? It showed us what Telegram can do for the communities, what Telegram can do for apps. And inspired by that, yeah, there it is, the referral system. So I think just overall, it's both actually. Notcoin and Telegram made this very easy. It is very easy, guys. It's just follow the link. That's what it is. Click on the link, and that's what it is, right? Because we saw different social media networks that are building different apps. Facebook games is one of the examples. I'm not sure how to evaluate the success of Facebook, games, but I think Telegram is a little bit more efficient as an example on this one. But yeah, so absolutely, Notcoin was an inspiration beyond that, but it also with the help of the Telegram network, because it's like pretty easy.
This
It's
is
very smooth.
this is very cool.
I have a follow-up for you guys, right? Because you guys represent Ton, and maybe, hopefully, it is correct for me to ask that. If not, just let me know, obviously. But the numbers that I just mentioned a couple of questions before, they are insane, right? And as I mentioned, Hamster Kombat is the biggest Telegram group ever on Telegram, right? A Telegram group on Telegram. Nice. I'm nervous, you guys. It's a lot of responsibility. So I think the questions that we had to the Ton Foundation, right? Are you guys how do I put this correctly? What kind of help do you provide to projects like us? What kind of support is there for projects like us to scale even more? Can you guys
I'm
say
going to
this one?
start.
This is actually,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to start. And
yeah, of course, go
I'm
on.
going to let Victor crush it, right? Because I want us to be very clear that ever since Notcoin came out, and even before then, when we first integrated Ton Network with Telegram Messenger, we were telling people this is going to be the biggest thing in Web3, and it's going to change the whole landscape of blockchain. And of course, people think that we're shilling, but the numbers that people see now, the vision of those 900 million users on Telegram, it's coming to life. And when Notcoin launched, I was telling people, I was just trying to make everyone aware, this is the first example you're going to see of
Fake.
millions of people onboarding into Web3 at once in one day. And I think you saw 35 million Notcoin, was given to different holders. Sorry, 35 million people got a minted Notcoin in their account the day of launch. There's never been a launch that big on one application for Web3 before, right? If you had 100,000, 200,000 people on an application, that was considered a lot. So now everything is 100x on Telegram. So I told people, get used to these numbers, get used to more applications doing what Notcoin is doing and following their example and even expanding upon it. And I think that Hamster Kombat, as well as a few others, like YesCoin and Cadison, of course, but Hamster Kombat is very unique in the way that you're doing it. You're putting everything on maximum. You're putting all the referrals, all of the viral mechanics, and all the aspects of gameplay into one fell swoop. And I think what's incredible is you guys are doing it in a cheerful way, in an entertaining way, in a smart way. You're being very thoughtful, but it's happened so fast. I don't think the internet, I don't think Web 2 can compete with these kinds of numbers. Now, I want us to circle back to Hamster Girl's point that she said, we already have 13 million YouTube subscribers. I'm sorry, but how long has Hamster Kombat been out? Has it even been 10 days yet? So I think this has got to be a Guinness World Record. It has to
It
be a
is.
world record of the fastest growing YouTube channel in history, right?
It is. Yes. Yes, it is.
So we're going to give you as much support as we've given Notcoin. We're going to give you as much support as we've given Cadison and all these other projects, and even USDT on Ton, right? Which is USDT, the tether of Ton on Ton is actually the fastest growing tether that there's ever been, right? We hit 100 million in circulation in, I think it was 10 days. So what you're going to see here is everything that is associated with Ton is going to be 10x, maybe 100x of what we consider to be normal in crypto. And it's only a matter of time before we see that the support that we give you is not abnormal. We're not giving you special treatment. We're going to give you the tools to success that we've experienced and we've seen, and you're going to be the ones that make it successful. But Victor's going to talk about some of those programs and some of these initiatives that we have that we're extremely dedicated to and work really hard on every day to make happen. So, Victor, tell them what's going on. We don't sleep very much because we're over here giving support to our teams, right?
Bro, I have an issue sleeping 8 hours a day. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's so true. But look, there's actually a lot of support we provide. Before I get into discussing this, I wanted to say, guys, there is recently from the token terminal, they posted the graphic of the user adoption on Ton blockchain. That's how the graphic looks like right now. I mean, we've been saying that people are coming playing those mini games on Telegram, and it is going to be quite important. So that reflects in the numbers and this growth. And then speaking of how do we support the projects inside of the ecosystem, there is actually quite a lot happening overall. So first of all, as of right now, firstly, we have Ton starters that are providing grant support, guidance, networking opportunities, connecting with the right builders. So reaching out to them if you're building something on Ton is absolutely a must to do because this guy is going to help you to kickstart your journey right away. So for any new project, any other developer that is right now maybe in the room and thinking of creating their own Web3 mini app, Ton Starter is a great starting point if you've got no connections yet inside of the ecosystem. Then another thing is the boot camps that are being hosted all around the globe. At this point, it's happening in 13 different cities. And the whole point of these boot camps so that people could come with their ideas and actually find the team, find the members, and build up their network on these events. And then from ideas transition into building their application for the global hackathon. And just a little bit of numbers, the global hackathon has more than $2 million in prize pool. And, there's been already great success stories coming out of the hackathons before and the hacker houses, just as X Plus, they secured a lot of grants and keep on developing their ecosystem, educating people in Ton and creating also a lot of fun mini apps. So what I'm saying is there is opportunities all over the place. And for builders that has no connections yet and maybe just got an idea, going to the boot camps and elaborating on your idea, finding like-minded people will be one of the wisest way. And then you could together go into the hackathon and potentially win the prizes for yourself. Besides that, there is Tonex as well that recently announced that they also have a huge pool to allocate to the projects that are building inside of the Ton ecosystem. So we provide not just marketing support, but we provide some funds and grants to the projects. And one of the recent, Ton gave 14 grants to 14 different projects to actually develop upon their ideas. One of which, let's say, Webflix, right? They are building basically a Netflix inside of Telegram as their own mini app. It's very interesting. The guys are growing insane, by the way, too. And shout out to them, incredible team. Absolute pleasure seeing them doing that. But what I'm saying is, we're constantly on the lookout for new ideas, for people innovating in the space, and we provide marketing support. We help to write Ton innovator spotlights, culture king spotlights, and besides that, writing an educational post highlighting the growth of the projects such as Caddies and Ryan mentioned earlier, as we do dedicate to support the big projects that do bring a lot of new users on chain to the ecosystem and overall building something meaningful for this world. But there is a lot of grants as well that people could apply. Speaking of which, I actually will go through the page of Ton right now and pin at the top couple posts for anyone that is interested in securing some grants for your project or looking at other projects that already successfully did that. I'll pin at the top for you some information so you can go through at any point you got time. But yeah, there's quite a lot of support that we provide to all the projects in the ecosystem. And we got to continue doing so.
Absolutely.
Because our goal is to put crypto in every pocket.
Yeah, we're doing that. And that's such a great summary, Vic. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of, I've worked in Web3 and layer ones for 7 years. And before I joined Ton a year ago, usually every ecosystem company is begging the foundation for support, for marketing support, because the foundation usually has one of the loudest voices inside of that ecosystem, like Tron or Stellar, for example. Now, ask Hamster Girl if she's desperate for Ton Foundation to retweet something or for a press release. They're not desperate. They don't need our marketing support. They don't need our public relations. They don't need their communications. They need nothing from a marketing or PR perspective from anybody In fact, YouTube and Google should be coming to Hamster Kombat for support for their advertising. Other companies should be now be going to Hamster Kombat and not Coin, because they're the ones that have the attention and the audience. And that is the goal of our foundation, is not to be the highlight or the star of the ecosystem. We're just a friendly community member that helps. That's our only mission, is to help put crypto in everybody's pocket and make it all easier than texting. So you now see that not only are we giving you the support, but we're also giving you the wings to fly on your own, so you can do whatever you want. And Hamster Kombat will never need a dime of marketing support from anyone again, because they've already got the audience, it's captive, and they're going to be one of the biggest, not only games, but applications on the internet.
Wow. I would not put this better myself. Thank you, Ryan, so much. Again, huge influence. Well, it comes with great responsibility, but we're gonna make sure that we do this right. And obviously, the community is the most important thing. But honestly, yeah, we cherish every single hamster out there. It's insane. We love the fact that they spend time with our game, and we love the fact how many people are out here, and the community that we can build on is just insane. And to your point about the YouTube channel that you mentioned, right? This is actually this is the, I think, the world breaking record ever. We just need, it's a fact. It took us 6.5 days to get 10 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm not kidding. Today it's 13.5 million followers on YouTube, but it took us less than a week for 10 million subscribers, and it is a record. It's insane. It is insane. So yeah, first of all, thank you so much for the messages of love. Second of all, I'm going through comments a little bit, and yes, hamsters are the new whales. Yes. Again, I need a song, you guys. We need to make a song. So Ryan is gonna drop some beats, and I'm gonna sing, because yeah, this is how we do it. This is a collaboration happening right here, real time. But thank you guys so much for the answers. And I think, yeah, you cannot overstate the amount of support that the ton ecosystem provides to projects like us and Hamster Kombat in the first place. Okay, moving forward, is there anything else that you guys?
Wait a
Okay.
second. Yeah, I wanted to add one more thing,
Okay.
because besides all the support and all the grants, by the way, I pinned a couple posts at the top, guys, for you to go through. But besides that, there is also the open league competition, which is being a massive, massive driver for the whole ecosystem as well. And right now, the season 4 is ongoing, and the season 3 is already over. All the winners been published. But for anyone that is new to the open league and has no idea what is it, it's basically an incentive program with the boosted liquidity pools and with the competitions for the projects and the leaderboards and the prizes that they could secure for doing so. And if you go through the previous 3 seasons, you're going to see how much of the prizes actually been allocated to the winning projects for the first, second, third place, etc. So you could have a look and get a little bit of idea what is it all about. But there is a whole leaderboard set up for it. So besides projects getting the support in terms of funding and marketing, they could also participate in the open league competition and win additional prizes for their communities, for themselves, and for building upon their ideas forward. And it's incredible to see how many different projects been really doing their best to compete and get to the top of the leaderboard. Cadison and YesCoin been literally constantly fighting for the top #1 spot in the app battle, and it's been incredible to see. And the one thing that I can say is I hope it's going to continue, and people will continue participating, and projects going to keep on doing their best on securing these leading spots. But that's another cool initiative that is run inside of ecosystem that is helping builders a lot, that is simplifying the process of community members discovering interesting projects that actually compete, bring in massive numbers, etc. It is being one of the major drivers for the ecosystem expansion in terms of TVL, new users on chain, etc., etc. So for anyone that doesn't know anything about the Open League, check out the pin post at the top. There is more information. You can see the winners, and it's pretty entertaining too. And then also, I wanted to say one thing. Speaking of your YouTube channel, you're outpacing Mr. Beast. I think he needs a consultation with you now.
Yes.
This is insane.
I am down. I'll have to double check with the management, obviously. But you guys bring it on. Mr. Beast and Hamster Combat. That would be just insane. It would be insane, seriously. But because Mr. Beast was actually interested in the crypto community at some point. He was asking around. So maybe this is
He holds crypto.
I mean,
He has several millions in crypto.
yes, but he was interested in something. I cannot share more than that because this is the information that I got, previously, talking to him. But yeah, he was interested in kind of, contributing and more than building rather than just holding. So maybe there's a way to do that. Maybe Hamster Combat is his kind of ramp on to the Web3 finally. Yeah, instead of burgers. I'm sorry, that was a bird. I'm sorry, that was cold bird. But yeah, sorry. Yeah. Okay, you
I
guys.
got,
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
yeah, I got a quick question. When you see the fact that you guys don't even do like targeted advertising or ads on Google, or you're not paying for advertising like that, I think it's kind of changed. This is going to change marketing forever. It's going to change digital advertising and advertising forever. What are some of the things that you guys have learned works well? We've seen incentives and referrals. Is there any other lessons you've learned about kind of getting the word out, especially in those first couple of days, maybe 48 hours of Hamster Combat, when you realized, like, what was the moment you realized things were changing?
This is a great question, and I think it has a lot more to it than just that meets the eye, if I can put it this way. Well, obviously, the success of Notcoin contributed to this. We cannot deny that because it was known. The Notcoin project was known to I think I wouldn't call it limited, but to a certain community. But that when it listed, people internationally all over the globe saw the potential of what this kind of mini apps can bring. And inspired by that, what we saw is that people just, if they really, really, really like what they're seeing, they're going to create content themselves. It's insane because if you open TikTok, it literally all over the place. It's not even the outfits from the cans. It's the outfit from the cans and Hamster Combat, right? You know what I mean? Like it's the agenda of the day, and people just, yeah, and people just kind of they create this community themselves. And I think the potential, obviously the mechanics, the level, a certain level of addiction with that mechanics is obviously something that brought this success. But honestly, the thing that we realized in the first place is that we need to spend more money on servers because you cannot overstate the importance of scaling in this case, because you got to have the service ready. You got to have you gotta have the budget and the service ready for the scaling like this. Yeah, but also I think one of the biggest and important outlooks in this one is that community, and it was known even before the success of Hamster Combat, is that the community is important, and community in Web3 is important on an entirely different level, right? It's all about comments and communication and memes, not meme coins, no, just memes, the good old memes, right? And it's interacting with people, and the way the brands are building their communities around Web3 and around this kind of strategy. So that's what it is, right? Because it's really is about people, because you don't spend any marketing budget at this point, and people just create content for you. It's insane, and I think it's the magic and the beauty of it. And I think one of the things that people also love is the fact, again, that they can grow together. It's not a competition, right? It's an economic strategy where you perfect yourself to the best level that you can be, the best crypto exchange CEO ever, and you can do this with your friends. It's not a competition, it's a community. I think I've said, like, I think that this is my limit of saying this phrase on this spaces, you guys. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Wow. Amazing. Everybody needs to follow their example. So speaking of following, everybody take a second to breathe. Wow. Please follow Viktor, follow ton_blockchain in the chat, follow the speakers, follow Hamster Combat, follow Hamster Girl. And you're going to be part of this journey with us. And I think one of the things that people have to look forward to, if you're just joining us, you're not sure what's going on, we want to remind you of Notcoin, where a bunch of people were clicking on a coin. They didn't know what was going to happen. We were told it was probably nothing. And it turned into an airdrop, not just an airdrop of like pennies, but airdrop of actual valuable cryptocurrency. And now you see, Notcoin is doing very successfully in the terms of of how people are receiving it. Everybody's talking about not coin, and soon it's going to be everybody talking about not coin and Hamster Kombat. And what we're going to see here is that millions of people who have never owned digital assets, have never been a real owner of anything, are going to experience self sovereignty. They're going to experience true ownership, a digital asset that no one can take from them, no one can steal from them, nobody can scam from them. You own it, you control it. So I don't know what's going to happen with, whenever Hamster Kombat, if you want to tease anything, you guys let us know. But whatever they do with their token launch or any sort of airdrop or any sort of mint, I'm very curious on that. If you can share any details on that. And if before we get to that question, could you tell us why ton, right? You have this amazing, extreme, explosive, viral, world record breaking growth of an application of a game. Why would you choose ton over all the other blockchains that you could have chosen?
That I mean, that is so easy to answer. I'm not even sure why. It's kind of obvious now, but seriously, it's kind of obvious because the power that Telegram has, first of all, not only messenger as a messenger, but also as a social media app or an ecosystem, if you will, right? And this kind of the examples that the ton blockchain has shown, even their collaboration, with us, with Tether, right? All of that kind of hints at a very seamless integration with Web3. So it has this kind of thing, the support that you guys mentioned before, obviously the marketing support and all of the things that you do in those just millions of chats and Telegram, right? And millions of calls that you take, but also this Web3 integration, right, where you can just pay inside inside Telegram, inside the Messenger, all of those potential things that we have not implemented yet, but we're going to do very soon. The ton apps, the ton payments, and ton sites, and ton DNS, right, and ton storage, the way to interact with data securely and fast and seamlessly. It's all kind of a part of the decision because it's so obvious. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a weird question to answer because it's an obvious choice at this point, and that's why ton. Yes, of course, that's what it is.
So what's coming next? Is it a mint? Is it an airdrop? Do you want to tease? What are hamsters thinking over there?
Well, hamsters are hamstering, if you know what I mean. But in terms of other upcoming news, I'm going to have to refer you guys again to all of the social media that we have out there. Because it is still a secret. Some of the details regarding, well, the thing that everybody's talking about, potential listing when this exchange or that exchange. And I saw one of the texts in the comment section. Actually, what's important is, can I exchange potential Hamster Kombat coin to not coin? Okay, offended here, but okay, just kidding. Yeah, so all of that is going to be revealed really, really soon. Hopefully, the next couple of days. So you guys have to follow us everywhere, because yeah, I'm not gonna give you anything yet, but yeah, follow us for updates, as they say.
Well, yeah, we're gonna be just patiently waiting, but I think it's absolutely fascinating to see this trend. A lot of big applications with a massive user base choosing Tom blockchain for obvious reasons of scalability and then user friendliness and the ease of use. And shout out to your team for actually doing this step forward. It is absolutely incredible. And thank you, Ryan, for great questions asking to the Hamster Girl. I actually was wondering, what do you think of the onboarding process to Ton? Like, is it challenging? Is it easy from the team perspective? Like, is it easy to set up and then educate people in your ecosystem to actually get their hands onto some of the Web3 integrations and Web3 mechanics?
You're asking me, all right?
You,
Okay, cool. So here's the thing. It is very easy. Obviously, I'm not a developer, so I cannot answer all of that questions, unfortunately, because I would love to. But it is very easy for even for me, the hamster girl who's doing community and content, right, to kind of understand. Because honestly, you guys, I just read. I just read the description on the official website and I got it. No, but seriously, no kind of interruptions, no bumps on the road, nothing. It's very easy and seamless, even for a hamster girl like me. So that should prove you guys. I mean, yeah, that should prove that it's very easy to use and very easy to integrate, from what I've heard from the rest of the chats. So no bumps in the roads there.
No, we've seen a lot of great successes. Yeah, I think it is not that challenging at this point as maybe it was a little bit earlier because there's already great success stories and examples of other projects developing, building, and creating a great onboarding experience. So really looking forward to it. As you mentioned, you can't share just yet a lot about the token, but I kind of wanted to ask like a simple thing about it. Like, could you at least tease the name or the ticker that is gonna have? Because I think um, people are always wondering, was it gonna be like? Have you thought already of the name? Is it gonna be just a hamster, or what are your thoughts on the naming for the token going forward too?
Okay, I think I kind of upset you in the chat that we had. Are you trying to get me fired? Is that what's happening, Victor? Because we had a prior discussion, obviously,
Nah,
before
not
spaces.
at all.
No, I think that's you're trying to get me fired. Did I do something to you? I was pretty nice. I hope I did. I cannot. No, I seriously, I cannot share anything yet. All the information that is that important, because it is important, right? We're talking about people's, well, first of all, time and money here, so it's going to be shared through official channels and official social media platforms that we have. And please do not try to get me fired, Victor. I accept that you're the first ever orange BFB guy. I swear I'm going to tell this everywhere to everyone. Just don't. Okay. Just don't.
No, okay,
Thank you.
okay. I understood you.
Thank you.
Well, we gotta patiently wait for that. But then, if I may ask, more or less, do you plan to do it like in the next couple months, or how long people have to actually play the game to accumulate more points inside of your game? Let's put it this way: do they have maybe just a little bit? Maybe they have a couple months to go. So because for people, that's a very common question. Hey, maybe we're late. Do we have enough time to actually start playing the game? So what would you say to everyone in the audience that maybe only now is actually giving the first try to your application?
You're absolutely not late. Absolutely not, because it's still an awesome game, and I know that everybody's looking for more financial potential and financial incentive, but it's still a a huge community that you can benefit from in different ways. So you are absolutely not late. There's no such thing as late, right? People still make money off mining Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Because there are people who got in very early, and there are people who are still joining in. So no such thing as being late in the Web3 industry. That's the first thing. The second one is we're potentially looking at July in terms of listing. So there you have it, potentially. And by that, I mean that it can be a little bit sooner, it can be a little bit later, because there are obviously different moving parts involved, including compliance, including negotiations. So July is an approximate go to. That's what it is. Yes, and obviously the game will never stop. It will not stop after the listing. It will keep rolling, and a lot more mechanics are coming, a lot more cards that you guys mentioned, and a lot more incentive to invite even more friends and play along with each other.
This is actually very cool to hear, and thank you for sharing with us a little bit of the time frame. So everyone in the audience, it is probable to be in the next month, but no set date yet. So please follow the official announcement channels to stay tuned for that.
Thank you.
And then I Yes, I have a question actually in this regards. As you just mentioned, that the game will not stop at this point; it will continue. You will keep on innovating. You'll keep on adding cards. So, what are the long-term goals going into the future? Looking a little bit beyond just a couple months.
Okay. The long term goals are hamsters are the new whales. Second of all, I think it's kind of, I would call it a goal, but it also a dream to build a community of 1 billion people around the game. Involved in any way possible. This can be people that are just educating and making decisions through our content and our different channels. This can as well be the whole hodlers of token in the future, and this can be just people playing and enjoying the game. But the idea is, and the dream is 1 billion people that we're going to be onboarding to the Web3 world, obviously using ton. Yeah, and then kind of just create this huge community of hamsters, because they are the new whales. That's it. Yeah, that's the long-term goal and the dream. Yeah.
I like that. I mean, you're leveraging the technology to its maximum. So just keep up the great work. I will pass it over to Ryan because he wanted to add up something.
Yeah, I think I'm very curious about NFTs. I'm very curious about the sort of visual part of Hamster Combat, right? These beautifully designed 3D generated hamsters. Who's making those? How was the initial creation of that? Why didn't you guys just do a hamster coin or a stick figure like the 3D pictures? Like, where did that come from? And are people going to be able to own hamsters in the future?
Okay, here's the thing, just to kind of clarify. If you're talking about hamsters kind of images that are used in the game and on social media, it's so they're not NFTs yet, but they will be. And obviously, when you own an NFT, you own an image, right? So yeah, so these are the images that we're making specifically for the game and for social media using AI. So the art is entirely developed, produced, and curated, if you will, by AI, right? But the NFTs are a part of the roadmap, and obviously people can own them in the future for sure. But
I've
I
already
think
seen
that
some pics.
oh yeah. What are you talking about? What kind of pics have you seen?
I saw, yeah. I mean, if you check on
Someone is
GetGems,
selling
you can.
hamster NFTs. Is that what you're
They
saying?
are, they
Oh my
are.
God, please let me know ASAP. This is not an
Go on
official
GetGems.
distribution channel, you guys. But here's the kind of I have a favor to ask you guys. If you have ideas on what kind of hamsters you'd like to see, please also let us know in the comments through our social media. Because we had different things. We had hamsters in a suit, in a different, like there is an Italian suit, you know what I mean? There is a Tom Ford suit, so different suits. Also, we had a hamster who's supposedly playing football or soccer, depending on where you based. But yeah, just let us know what kind of engagement and what kind of things you want to see hamsters doing on those pics. We would really love to kind of cater to you guys as well. That's important.
So you've heard it here first.
I mean, I have only, yeah,
If you
I have only, oh, go on, Ryan. Sorry, my bad.
sorry, if you see hamster NFTs out there, guys, they're not the real deal. Okay, do not
They're not a
spend
real
your
deal.
hard-earned money.
No, we have no NFTs whatsoever at this moment in time. No, they are a part of the roadmap, but obviously there are going to be announcement, and the community will know about this first because our community is our gold and it's our family. So we'll let you know for sure. So thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to say also, speaking of some hamsters, I would love for having a hamsters that are like taking sand bathing or just chilling somewhere, maybe
Okay,
surfing.
hamsters
By the way,
chilling. I'm writing this down as we go. Wait, just a second, right? Um, Victor. So, are we talking hamster by the pool with the laptop? Is that like kind of
perfect.
seeking? Okay, so this one is for Victor. Ryan, do you have a hamster that you'd like to see?
Yeah, I would definitely like to see a hamster, like a hamster dad that has little hamsters next to him. That would be great.
Oh my God, this is so cute. It sounds okay, you got it, guys. We'll let you know. We'll tag you for sure. So yeah, also let us know, guys, what kind of ideas you have for our hamsters. Maybe it will even inspire some sort of mechanism and mechanics and cards in the game. It's not a given. I'm just saying that maybe it will inspire us. So yeah, any just a very important disclaimer again, there are no NFT collection produced by Hamster Combat at this hour whatsoever, zero, and there are no tokens associated with the project. So please be be aware of that. Be very careful where you put your money into. Yeah, there are nothing like this so far from Hamster Combat, but there will be soon.
Well, let's go. Speaking of that, by the way, I'm writing breaking news as we speak and I'm pinning that at the top, just like the latest one.
Okay.
Hamster Combat will have NFTs. So just everyone knows on the timeline who missed the space too.
So you're breaking the okay, cool. And if you guys have seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you know what this is, where this is coming from. This cool thing. I have a very important question to Ryan. If Ryan, do you think that your beats are ready? Can we go live? Kind of seen along already? Is the
I've I'm ready. I'm ready. I got hundreds for you. So we'll put together some tracks today. We'll send over some MP3s, and you guys will see
Okay.
the
Okay, you
we'll
heard
see
it,
this.
guys. You heard it. There will be a song. There will be a song. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan, so
There,
much.
there could listen. There could be a mixtape, and each track could be an NFT. Who knows? Maybe people could own different parts of the songs. You never know in this Web3 environment what people can own next.
The sky is the limit for sure. I think that we have we kind of have touched on a little bit of everything up to this point, right, guys?
I think so.
Yeah, we did. And I also wanted to actually open the discussion a little bit. We have a couple OGs here from the Ton ecosystem as well. We have Damx, Jeribond, and Jana. And Jeribond been sitting with his hand for forever at this point. So I wanted to get to him and see what he wanted to ask, if you don't mind, Hamster Girl.
I do not mind. Bring it on.
All right.
Let's do it. Jeribond,
Yeah,
welcome to the stage.
yeah, my hands were beginning to ache me. Yeah.
It begins to turn blue, just like the logo of Ton. Be
Exactly,
honest, we know.
exactly, brother. GM, everyone. Hamster Kombat. Welcome to the Ton ecosystem. Ryan, Damx, and Jana, good to see you guys. There's this question I always ask every project that is coming into the Ton ecosystem. Now, I always tell them, I say, we always talk about mass adoption, and we can see an example of what happened with Notcoin. Notcoin actually onboarded 35 million people, and right now Hamster is doing the magic. And so, one thing I always love to tell you guys is we are here in the physical world, and then we sometimes are the ones that battle with the I don't know how to do this from people coming into Web3. You understand? That is Web2 coming into Web3. And Ryan actually touched on this earlier, but I just wanted to emphasize on it that you are right now a big tool of educating the people that are coming into Web3. And so it would be awesome if you create a part of the Hamster platform to actually educate more people that are coming, because most of the people that are coming right now have really seen the success of Notcoin. And so most of them are just jumping in. And I said this on Victor Space before the launch of Notcoin. I said a lot of people after the launch of Notcoin will sell off their tokens because they don't really understand. And right now that Notcoin is pumping, most of them are coming back saying, I wish I actually did not sell my tokens. This is because they don't have the right information and then the right education to understand how the space works. And right now, we're onboarding a lot of people into this. In fact, let me tell you, the biggest boy or the biggest project right now on the block or in the block right now is Hamster Combat, because I have everybody right now talking about it. Everybody in my community, outside, everywhere you go to, you see everybody talking about Hamster Combat. And then I think we're going to be touching 100 million users in no time. So it would be awesome if these people using this platform will have a bit of education about crypto Web3, you understand. That way they will understand what they're delving into. And then we'll have user retainership instead, because people are coming in, and then after coming in, and then after the whole tax and everything, then what's next? So user retention is very, very important. So I think this is one point you guys should look into, and then create educational content that will tell these people what is happening, and then they will understand and like, okay, I want to stay back. Thank you very much.
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for for your interest and for the kind words. Obviously, there's definitely a goal, as I've mentioned. The game is going to continue, and the Hamster Combat will. I promise you that it will give you the goal and the idea of why you should hold them. It's not about, because we saw that a lot. Obviously, the project is getting listed, and people are just dropping, tokens because they felt like that was the most important or impressive moment to earn, right? It's a pretty easy and kind of understandable expected tactics of speculation in the crypto space, but it's not the case. I don't think people. Okay, this is not financial advice. It never is, but the project will give you a reason to hold the tokens and not to just kind of drop them. I'm trying to be very, compliant and not give any financial or investment advice, but hopefully that answers your question. Uh, does it? Hello? Are you guys not talking to me, or is this my?
No, no, I'm here.
Okay,
That was
I'm
thank you.
great.
here. No,
You
Thank
I'm
nailed
you.
here.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, and again, thank you so much for your question. Appreciate it. And don't forget to continue playing and enjoying and inviting your friends. Do we have anything else? Or should we just drop some beat and that's it? That was a
All
really
right. Before the bits, I actually just started engaging Hamster.
okay.
Yeah, I've been getting this information from people, Hamster Kombat, and I never knew what it was. My community, everybody in my community, my family, everybody is on. I think I'm the latest kid right now, and so I'll tell you, a lot of people getting the information that Hamster Kombat and Ton are collaborating got everybody like very serious. Like Ton is actually collaborating with Hamster Kombat and stuff, and that's another big alpha, guys. Ton is the biggest alpha because I can literally see the excitement from the faces of people when when they heard or they saw the announcement between Ton and Hamster. So I'll tell you that right now you're gonna see more of those people coming into the space because it's not just Hamster right now. We love Ton and everything that's coming into the Ton ecosystem. So right now I'm also putting my energy. While on the space here, I was just going through the whole app to understand what is going on. I can see the community helping themselves, trying to navigate and all that because the app really is not that easy for you to just open it and just see a clicker or something. You have to learn to know what tax to do or what time or what you need to do to get the setting point. So you guys, kudos to you. Just keep what you're doing. And on Ton, we have a lot of help we render to everybody that's coming around, and then there's so much love in the ecosystem. You see projects helping each other, and then OGs, KOLs helping each other. So kudos to you, and then thank you very much.
Let's go. And then Hamster Girl. Look, I've been scrolling through the replies on the post, checking if there's any questions we could address. And I found one that is pretty interesting. I wanted to ask you, it coming from the KD, it's very complicated username, but thank you for the question, man. So he's asking, which is more important, the profit per hour or the actual points inside of the game? So could you share with us, is it important to build up this profit per hour or
Mhm.
just to accumulate the most points would be like the main key?
This is a question that we get actually pretty often, and the per hour kind of profit is very, very, very important. But please, the per hour, again, the per hour profit is the most important one. But also, you kind of have to keep in mind that it's very important to. It's like mining BTC, right? So that's what it is. Per hour kind of profit matters, but you also have to be very cautious about how you kind of acquire your profit throughout the game and how you spend it. But the main idea is to reach the biggest profit. Well, as I said, per hour, it kind of in comparison with mining Bitcoin. So that's what it is. Hopefully that answers your question. I hope it does. I actually saw questions like that as well, from Silver Rock One.ton. I guess he's a you guys fan because he's a ton supporter. Okay.
Yeah, we've got a room full of maxes. By the way, shout out to everyone that joined us today. We have actually 4,000, 4,500 people right now in this space. We're absolutely the largest space on the whole Twitter right now, actually, which is insane to consider. Just let that sink for a second, okay, guys? This is the largest space in the whole Twitter. X, sorry.
Insane. And I'm kind of, yeah, I'm kind of in shock all the time, honestly, looking at the numbers. But again and again, I want to give a lot of love to every single one of you guys who is spending their day listening to us chatting about the things that we love and excited about. So thank you for being a part of that, and thank you for being a part of the ton ecosystem. I also want to be very careful there because there's ton foundation, the ton ecosystem. So thank you for being a part of that, and also thank you for being a part, an enthusiast or a hamster already, or a potential hamster, of the hamsters family. Thank you guys so much. This is insane, insane, in a
Hell
very,
yeah.
very, very
And
good way.
I'm very grateful that we have this space right now together and actually bringing all this knowledge to the public. And if you don't mind, I will just ask a couple more questions from the replies that people shared. And I think this one is actually quite important. So Marky Hard 07 asked, will we need some of let's say, Ton or any other coins to cover the gas fees when the airdrop is going to come in the future? Is that something people will have to still cover themselves? Will they need to cover this gas fees, basically?
That's a great question. Can I take this one? I'll have to double check with the management to let you guys know. Let me just put it down that we'll have to talk about the fees a little bit later, maybe in the announcements or in the chat on Telegram. So
We can host a different MA on that as well later on as
yeah,
we, approach closer to this event. But yeah, I'm just saying that
yeah.
people are asking, so it's probably going to be important for them to know at some point. So we can let them know later as we approach the dates of the next month.
Okay. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll kind of keep this in mind and we'll address this probably in some sort of post someday. This is very important. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, guys, big thank you for everyone asking your questions. And also, another thing I wanted to ask was related to the combos, because for every day there's like a combo of 3 cards. How people can discover what is this combo? Like, because you mentioned that you share some information in videos, you share some information on Twitter, and then community obviously posts a lot of content. But how to always find those combos, and is it really worth to actually getting those combos on daily basis? And because you gotta get those cards. Some of them are a little bit more pricey. Some of them like easier to get in terms of the gaming points. But yeah, would you mind sharing a little bit about those combo cards and how people could actually discover them? And does it make a lot of sense for them to do so? Because I see some questions, I just rephrase it a little, if it's worth always getting those combos going.
Okay, there you have it. So it is important to update them daily, and if you want to increase, your profit and you want to increase your participation in the game, so yeah, it does make sense because it kind of gives you a lot of coins inside the game, and it helps you upgrade your cards. So yeah, it does make sense. And I can tell you about today. Daily combo, you guys. There is now Japan available in the legal department, so that's what it is. You can also invite one more friend. There is also a special card on Telegram that is in top 10. I guess I'm just reading what my team is sending me here. Yeah, and there is one more CEO level that you can check in the card. So sorry, not check in the card, but as a part of a daily combo. So please double check for today's combo. And as I mentioned, it is very important to increase your holdings or hodlings, depending on how you pronounce that. And it obviously gives you an opportunity to pump or update or upgrade your cards faster. So it does make sense. Hopefully that helps you guys.
It absolutely does. And I think we actually answered majority of the questions because many of them being repetitive, and going through our discussion, we addressed a lot of them as well. So I wanted to thank you a lot, Hamster Girl, for taking your time and for all the team working behind the scenes, making it all a reality. It's absolute pleasure have you here with us. And I want to thank absolutely everyone joining the space today too. And I also wanted to ask you, Hamster Girl, maybe there is something that we forgot to mention. Maybe there is something that you wanted to share from your side, from your perspective.
I
So feel free to do so. And then I would love to ask Jana and Damx if they wanted to ask anything.
I do. I do have two more points that I'd love to address. So the first one, again, please remember that it's not a for some of you guys who are tuning in, right? And for some of you who might have slept through this part, again, Hamster Combat is a community of hamsters that are building alongside of each other and will potentially, how do I put this? Legally correct, potentially increase their holdings in real life, not investment advice, right? So it's a great community to be a part of. You meet a lot of people from different sides of the world, and you're having fun just playing the game, and you're also increasing your skills as executives, which is important because I know that some of you guys really want to start their own company. So this is a chance for you guys to test this out. But the second part of what I was gonna say is. I have a question to you guys because you've been questioning me all night. I wanted to say, yeah, but you've been questioning me this whole time, and it's not entirely fair because I have questions for you guys. And But these are not the questions that that are ecosystem related or it's all about blockchain and crypto. I think we never touch on what it's like to be a part of this space. So here it is. Here's me asking people who work for Ton. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If these are different departments, what it's like to work at a company like this? Just let's give this like a 5 minute real shit talk. And I'm sorry for that, but just like being real, what it is. Victor, I think, mentioned that he's not sleeping, because it's not just like fun and games. It's actual building behind this Twitter space is going on 24/7 all day long. And I want to kind of people to understand that, and also some not feel alone, because I know a lot of people in this space, they're just working, hustling their way through that. So my question is, what it is like to work at a company like this? Do you guys sleep? Do you guys eat? Do you guys go out? What kind of music do you listen through to power you through that kind of workload? Yeah, Ryan, Victor, would you like to take this on?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great question. I think I can start on this one. So first of all, I've been, in crypto for quite a while then, on Twitter, on X since August 2021, and I've been pretty much here daily. So, before I even start working in Ton, I'm a big believer in the fact that you got to work 7 days a week, not five. Because if you work 5 days a week, I'm sorry, but every single week I'm outperforming you 2 days, and if you're trying to compete with me, it's just not going to be possible. So I'm just a believer in
I'm
that.
gonna
So
jump on
I've
this
been
one. These
working.
are Elon Musk
Yeah.
vibes. These are Elon Musk vibe. I'm telling you, because this is literally what he said. How are you gonna achieve something working 40 hours a day? Oh, sorry, 40 hours a day. That's it. 40 hours
40 hours
a
a
week.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go on. Sorry. Just Elon Musk vibes right
No, no, not a trouble at all. But yeah, this is kind of true because in terms of amount of time that you could have if you work 7 days a week is absolutely different from what you could do if you're working 5 days a week. It's like I have more than 20 hours every week that I can contribute to the work. So that's first of all. Then, ever since I joined on Foundation, I'm actually absolutely happy to be a part of the team, and I'm really enjoying my work because I've been doing the things I do before I joined Tom Foundation. Now it's just another great opportunity to work with like-minded people that have a different set of knowledge and experience that I may not have. So with every day working in Ton, I'm actually learning a lot more from my colleagues, and Ryan, Jack, Hagan, and many others being absolutely incredible mentors in this regard. Because before I start working, I had a pretty good sense of what is media and how is everything working. But then working alongside with those legends, I understood how little I yet know, and how much I've still got to learn. So every day for me is filled with excitement. I wake up, I'm like, that's not a day. It's time to get on my PC, make a coffee, and start doing my best because the world depends on it. Not just one person, not just one project, but I think we're doing something massive and meaningful for the whole world. And with that said, it's every day of my work. I don't necessarily even feel as work. It's just my lifestyle. That's what it is for me. And then speaking of sleep, well, I try to sleep 8 hours a day every day. It's just sometimes I'm not managing that in time because besides working in some foundation, I do a lot of content from my side, which I don't have to. And by the way, guys, I'm not even paid for doing so. All the breaking news you see from me, all the threads you see written from me, I do just because I like doing it. All the spaces that I host with a lot of big projects and so on ecosystem, I do it because I want to. And that's been a major driver for me, just doing something I truly like and appreciate. And then speaking of rest time, which is quite important too. Personally, my little vacations is when I go to in real life events. I used to call it this way. And I just came from NFC Lisbon, and I've been there for nearly a week. I traveled on Monday, came back at night today, and got back to work on Monday. But what I'm saying is, besides just enjoying my time and resting a little bit from the world of social media, what I do, I also network with other people and create a lot of content together. And then, with some, we agreed to host some of the spaces as well going forward. Actually, been talking with them all morning today. So, guys, there is more spaces this week. I hope you have notification bell on Ton, on me, on Ryan, on Hamster Kombat, and everyone on stage. Otherwise, you're gonna miss it. And I would assume you don't want to. With that said, yeah, that's like my little time off when I go to those in real life events, and I absolutely love doing that because I love meeting people in person, and I'm the same type of personality as I'm online. And then another thing is, you asked about the music. To completely unload from all the spaces, because I think everyone figure out that I absolutely love spaces, and I'm constantly addict to be on them daily for hours and hours. I listen some lofi hip hop music with no words in it, so I could just zoom out my brain and
No
enjoy the
way.
beautiful views that the countries offer to
Are you
me.
type?
Like,
Are you typing
well, in
this from
Estonia, it's
YouTube?
pretty beautiful
Are
now.
you typing like lo-fi hip
No,
hop music? Is that what you type? Because if you
no,
are,
no, I'm doing that through Spotify.
okay,
That's just more handy than YouTube. But
okay.
yeah, it's there's a whole playlist of like 1,000 tracks. So I just scroll through, click on the random one, and it's just playing. So that's how I zoom out. That's how I rest. But you know, I like being on media. So I like hosting spaces. I like posting content. I like doing my work. And I don't necessarily even need as much rest as maybe someone, let's say, working on the constructors, right, where he's really getting exhausted. For me, I'm working out of passion on something I love, so it doesn't necessarily feel like overloaded. And yeah, just absolutely enjoying my work. And it's a big pleasure that there is a whole team that recognize all these efforts and support in everything that I personally do as well, because it's absolutely incredible. It's the first time in my life I received this level of support from a major corporation, so I'm very grateful for Ton Foundation for the opportunity, and every of my colleague that is working alongside to make it a reality and put crypto in every pocket. This is our mission, and we're just gonna keep on doing that. Regardless, it's there's many people in the team that doesn't do that because of money or pay. They do just because they like it and they really aligned with vision and values that Tom has. So it's a huge shout out to the leadership for putting this team together, because it's one of a kind, and I think it worth a lot to bring so many builders and knowledgeable people together under one umbrella and make it such an experience for everyone. And I absolutely love it. That's my perspective. I hope it answers, and then I would love to hear the Ryan perspective too.
Wow, Victor, that's amazing. I learned something new about you every day, Orange PFP guy. I mean, Victor's energy and enthusiasm is only matched by his humility. I mean, he's a really great person, down to earth. He could brag about his many followers and his success, not only helping large, foundations, large ecosystems like us, but also really small companies. But he doesn't brag. He just knows his stuff because he works his behind off. And I think that's sort of the theme here, right? Is I'm a regular person. I'm not a genius. I'm not super smart. Please don't idolize the people that work in cryptography, cryptocurrency, engineers, developers. You can work in this industry too. If you're passionate about this stuff, don't look up to us, right? I'm just a regular person. I love Jesus. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love food. But I'm not that interesting. What's interesting is I dedicated my life to really fixing the crappy experience of using blockchain. Now, if you are a musician, it's probably because you can't stand most of the music that's on the radio or on YouTube. You think it's bad, so you want to make better music. I got into crypto and I couldn't figure out how to buy it, how to sell it, how to not lose it, and it wasn't about a get rich quick scheme for me. I literally read white papers that I did not understand. I spent time reading and reading and reading things that didn't make sense and Googling words until some of the pieces started to make sense. And this is almost 8 or 9 years ago that I started this journey. And it never became easy. I just learned there were more things that I didn't know. And now I'm so thankful for the team, to Victor's point here at Ton, for allowing me to work on this project, because this is the first time in my career that I have seen blockchain being easy. It's easy. And you know what? It's so ironic, like many things in life, that the solution to your problem was staring you right in the face. Telegram. Ever since I got into the industry, people have been asking me, what's your Telegram? Are you on Telegram? Every conference, what's your Telegram? The answer was always Telegram. Give me a heart emoji in the chat if you agree that Telegram is finally bringing mainstream adoption to blockchain. Every other layer one that I've ever worked for, we've promised it. We've been talking about potential, but we are done with the potential. Now it's about the power to the people. And Pavel Durov always talks about bringing this freedom back to people. So I feel like now that cryptocurrency is as easy as texting, now we can get to building the rails for everyday normal people to use it. Blockchain shouldn't be for geniuses and the technically savvy people. It should be available. So working in this industry, you're not going to have a good time unless you really want to solve that problem. If you really want to work on that, it's not a get rich quick scheme to work in crypto. It's hard. I don't sleep regularly. I really never have. And that's why I think I was made to be in this space. But it is very difficult, because if you're on this call, if anybody's listening to this space, you're smart. You're a smart person. Who else listens to nerdy cryptography, user experience conversations on the internet? You're a nerd, just like myself. You're interested in learning about this space. Now, you're a smart person. You're smart enough to work in this space. So there's so many companies in the ecosystem that are doing amazing things, and the entire audience is just as smart as everybody working at the companies. So you can't fake it. If you really care about it, you can make it happen. I would say, what problem do you want to solve? And volunteer, do that. When we were talking to Victor about joining the team, we didn't know what capacity he was going to be on, but his passion and his interest, that's really what caught our eye. And it was the same thing with me 8 years ago. The person who gave me a chance was like, wow, you're sort of like a social media maniac. You're posting all this stuff about crypto. You don't even work in the industry. So if you want to work in the space, you can. If you care, then we care and we want you here. So anybody that doesn't believe in blockchain, good riddance. You're going to have a lot of difficulty. You know, in 2020, I met Warren Buffett at a private dinner trying to tell him about the beauty of blockchain and cryptocurrency. He called it rat poison. He didn't care about it. We gave him some cryptocurrency to use. He donated it. He didn't want anything to do with it. And now you see the performance of Berkshire Hathaway right now. Let's talk about blockchain belief. Let's believe in it together. There's a place in this ministry to give access and freedom and ownership to everybody in the world, and it's available right here, right now. And Hamster Kombat is just one incredible example. It's just the latest example of crypto being easy. Finally, my dream has come true. So yeah, you got to be passionate about this stuff. And if you're not, that's okay. But there's still an opportunity for you to join the community and create ownership for yourself and your family. So I'm just so grateful. And I've been working my behind off for years, but we need more help. So if anybody's interested, check out ton.org, join Ton Society, try out and join the applications and the mini apps on the Open League. We need your help. We want to grow. We're not done yet. We're just getting started.
Just a couple of follow-ups of what you guys said. I had discussions, very interesting discussions with people all over the globe a couple of years ago. And it's like, oh yeah, just text me on Telegram. And they're just like, yeah, girl, Telegrams do not exist anymore. And so that kind of discussion of like, they think I'm crazy. They think I'm crazy. I think they're crazy because we're talking about different things. But now everybody's on Telegram. So that was one of the follow-ups that I wanted to touch on. It's always a funny story. It's always me getting them side eye if they're just like, we're not on Telegram. And I'm like, yeah, okay, well, bad for you. And second point is actually a question to Victor. Is Fly Me to the Moon on the playlist? I'm just compiling a playlist to keep working. So I need to know, is Fly Me to the Moon, is it on your playlist? Because this is important. I think it's an amazing song.
It is
Okay, you
actually
didn't tell us you
quite
could
good
sing.
song.
You
Yeah.
didn't tell us you could sing like
I
that.
can.
Let's go.
That's why I'm pushing this song. You know what I mean? That's why. This is why, because we need to get the soundtrack out there. Is this going to be a collab between Ton and Hamster Combat? Is because like yeah, we're gonna break every single industry down from the ground up.
Let's go.
I have an anthem, and it's inspired by Rihanna, and I want you guys to kind of, can we all just sing along with "Crypto on my mind, crypto on my mind"? That's my go-to when I need to warm up. Okay. Okay, I think we have been talking for so long, and I think that we need to let people go and move on with their days. But from us at Hamster Combat, we really, really, really want you guys to know that we cherish and every single one of you. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this amazing community. 1 billion to the moon, and hamsters are the new whales. And give it up for Ryan and Victor, who have been here with me for almost 2 hours chatting about this craziness and the beauty of what is going on right now. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys.
It's a big pleasure joining you here today and answering all the questions from your side as well. And before we wrap up, kind of wanted to ask you, what would be the little piece of advice that you would give to everyone in the audience that maybe just considering start building something on Ton? Because look, we've got actually over 11,000 people before. Right now, we're at 9,500 people in the room. I would assume at least a couple hundred of them are, looking into building something. So what would you suggest for someone that is literally the first time thinking of that? As the community lead and the part of an incredible team of one of the largest projects in the whole world, what you would suggest to them, like a first step, a little piece of advice?
Wait, you're asking me, right? Because I'm losing my brain.
Yes,
So
yes. Just give the audience a little piece of advice, Hamster Girl. I think that would be
a
incredible.
little bit piece of advice on how to handle the Hamster Combat game, right? Um,
No, how to create something of their own, or maybe, like just a little piece of advice for any builder that is looking right now to create something in Ton ecosystem. What you would suggest then from your
Whew,
standpoint,
how
from your
much
point of
time
view?
you got? No, but honestly, it's important, and I know that Ryan touched a little bit about this one. It's a very important thing, and everybody's saying so because it is true. It is a cheesy fact, but it is true. Like, educate yourself, right? Like, try to get as much information as possible. But as we say in crypto, trust but verify, which means in this particular case, just like double check the sources where you're getting your information from, right? So just kind of the more you listen to the right person, or the person that you like, or the person with like credentials or experience, or just like a very engaging, interesting person to listen to, like us, for instance. Hopefully, the sources that you follow, just kind of get to know as much as possible about this industry. Also, play. Well, obviously Hamster Combat, but try different apps, and try to put yourself out there as much as possible, kind of interacting with the community, leaving comments, asking questions, because there are people that are going to reply. There are people that you're going to interact with. It's an amazing community for literally everything. And I loved Ryan's take on this one. He said he wasn't a part of that, but he became a part of that because of his passion to it. And if you feel like you have something to offer, it might be different aspects of different production cycle of literally every single company. Trust me, this industry will accept you for who you are. And yeah, it's going to cherish you the same way we cherish every single hamster out there. Yes, I hope that you guys had some fun listening to us. If you want to listen to more music and vocals from Hamster Kombat, no, I'm just kidding. Please follow us on YouTube, Telegram, Twitter, and follow Ton on. Do you guys have a YouTube channel? Because I haven't seen one. If you don't, if you do, I'm sorry. But do you guys have a YouTube channel? Should they follow you there? But they definitely should
Yeah.
follow. You do. You do.
Yeah, I
Okay.
recommend everybody go there and subscribe. Subscribe to the Ton blockchain on YouTube and just watch the video of Paulo Durov and Andrew Rogozov and Paolo from Tether announcing USDT integrating with Ton. And you'll get a little bit of the picture of what's going to happen with NFTs, what's going to happen with digital assets on Telegram, right from the founder and the chief product manager's mouth. Go check it out. It's on our block on our YouTube right now, and join the Ton ecosystem. You're here, don't stop. Keep up the momentum, and sooner or later, we're gonna want to hear from you and how it's been, because you've seen this growth from Hamster. But yeah, Hamster Girl is gonna drop a single. It's gonna Why not? With our channels, we can just make a number one song in the world. It's really not going to be that difficult, if you ask me.
Hamster on my mind. Yeah, hamster on my mind. Woo! We're gonna try it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Ryan. Okay, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Follow us everywhere. Stay tuned. Yeah, stay safe, stay sane. Thank you guys for listening. We'll chat with you, and you guys listen to us very, very, very soon. Thank you. All love you guys. Love, 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 love. Have a great one.
Thank you for hosting, Hamster Girl, and we see you all at the next one. Keep your notifications on, guys, and thank you for joining today. The space is recorded, so send it to your friends. Let them listen back. Oh, and start playing today. Don't be late.
Victor, I'm coming for the tutorials on how to best maximize the opportunity.
Let's go. Thank you, everyone. See you.
Take care.